What's up guys, Smash Connoisseur here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the 10 characters I want to see in the next Smash game. And you know, everybody's excited obviously for Smash 6. It's not technically announced, but it's pretty much guaranteed that we are going to be getting another game. And what a lot of people tend to think about in these games is the characters. I think that is the biggest thing in Smash, and you know, everybody has so many characters on their wish list, so I'm just going to be talking about the top 10 characters that I'd want to see in the next Smash. Without further ado, let me just get straight into it with number 10, which is going to be a Street Fighter character. Now, you may say that's not a specific character, but I'm really between kind of three characters, those being Akuma, M. Bison, and Luke from the new Street Fighter 6. Now, the reason I'm having somewhat of a hard time picking is Luke, I feel like, seems like a good option because they're really promoting him a lot and making him like a new main character in Street Fighter. So it really would kind of make sense for Luke to be in Smash. But also, Akuma is such a central character to Street Fighter, and they even put him in Tekken. So I could see them also putting him in Suprr Smash Bros. And then it would also be good for M. Bison because he's a big rival of, you know, Ryu. So I think either of those two would be good as well because it's just good to get a villain from the game as well. So I think any of those characters would, you know, they would have a good moveset in Smash. I think they would be really cool to just see them play in Smash. And I think probably the most likely of them to get put in the game would be Luke. Just because they're doing so much with Luke these days that I think they really they could put him in the game and it would make sense. At number 9, I have Pokemon Trainer 2. So what this would be is, it would essentially be, you wouldn't have two Pokemon Trainer characters in the game, but instead just the first Pokemon Trainer, the one we have right now, would still be in the game, but just with different Pokemon, and they would have different movesets. And I think this would make sense because they could put the starters from the new game, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, into the game, and then you could play as Pokemon Trainer but with those Pokemon instead. And I think that would make sense just because, you know, it could do well to promote the new Pokemon game, and it would kind of breathe some new life into Pokemon Trainer. Because I think every single Smash game, you know, they bring some new Pokemon character in as a playable fighter. Like in Ultimate, they had Incineroar, and in Smash 4, they had Greninja, and they had Pokemon Trainer back in Brawl, and so every time they do bring out a new Pokemon character, and so I just think that it would make sense for there to be maybe a new Pokemon Trainer, but with actually the new starters instead of the Generation 1 starters. Okay, now at number 8, I actually have another fighting game character, which is going to be a character from Guilty Gear Strive, either Soul Bad Guy or Kai Kisk. Now, these are the two main characters from Guilty Gear, and Guilty Gear is really a pretty big fighting game, and so I don't think it would be crazy for them to put a character from it into Smash. And I just feel like Sakurai loves fighting games so much. Like, I feel like he wants at least one character from every single fighting game. Now, out of the two, I think Soul Bad Guy is more likely to get put in the game because he is really the main character of Guilty Gear. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if I see, you know, in the next Smash game it gets announced and you see Soul Bad Guy in the trailer or something like that. It would just make sense, to be honest, because Sakurai loves fighting games. That's the whole reason he made Suprr Smash Bros. To begin with, was because he was just got such a big love for fighting games. So I definitely think he knows about Guilty Gear, and he's probably a fan of the series. And so I think Soul Bad Guy would fit into Smash perfectly. And I think for a lot of these fighting game characters, they have especially high chances of getting into Smash because their movesets are pretty much already created because they're already in a game where they have to fight other characters. Now, it's gonna have to be adapted a little bit because Smash has different physics than Guilty Gear, but they've done it before with so many fighting game characters, so I believe they could probably do it again. Hey, really quick, just wanted to ask you guys if you could all go below the video and hit subscribe because only 15% of the people who watch me are subscribed, and it's completely free and it really helps out the channel. But yeah, let's just get right back into the video. Now at number 7, we have somewhat of a mascot for the PlayStation console, which is going to be Astrobot. Astrobot, if you don't know, has been in a plethora of Sony's recent PlayStation games, but I think the one he's most known for is Astro's Playroom, which is the game that comes with the PlayStation 5. And it was actually a really fun game. I think a lot of people didn't expect it to be as fun as it was, but it's really almost like a Mario Odyssey or something like that, but for PlayStation. And I think he could actually be a really fun character to play as, and I think they like, you know, little cute characters like that. Like, they have a lot of characters like Ness or Kirby, and I feel like Astrobot would really fit right in. If you look at like the Smash banner and it's got all the characters on the mural, I feel like I could imagine Astrobot right on there, you know? So that's going to be number 7. At number 6, we actually have back-to-back PlayStation characters, with number 6 actually being Kratos from the God of War series. Kratos is like such an iconic character in gaming, and I feel like everybody always talks about like what if he were in Smash, but it's just inevitable at this point. They've got to bring him in the next game. I don't know if they really will, but it would be really cool if they did, and I'm not even necessarily that big of a God of War fan, but I feel like it's only right for him to be in the game. It would be so cool to watch like Kratos fight Ike or something like that, you know? And I think he would fit right in. He would probably be more of a heavy, like slower character, but maybe somewhat of a sword user as well. I'm not exactly sure how the moveset would work, but you know, they've got so many options to pull from in terms of moveset. So yeah, I think he would be really fun to play. Now at number 5, I have one that I think may surprise a lot of you guys, and I'm going to put this on the list. And to be honest, I haven't played too many of this character's games, but I feel like they're so well known in the gaming space that it almost seems wrong to not include them in Smash, and that's going to be Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I really haven't, as I said, played too many Five Nights at Freddy's games, but I just feel like Freddy is so like iconic in gaming, almost as much so as somebody like Steve from Minecraft or something like that. And you know, the only hard part about Freddy, I feel like, would be the moveset, because I don't really know what Freddy does. I think he just like grabs you and attacks you, so he may be more like a melee character like Donkey Kong or something like that. But I do think he should be in the game, and I think the trailer would be so hype. You just hear like the music box playing and it gets like really creepy, and then Mario just gets like jump scared by Freddy Fazbear, but then it says like Freddy joins the battle, and like I feel like that would be sick, bro. So yeah, I really hope that Freddy is in the next game. I think that would be really cool for an announcement trailer. Okay, now at number 4 we have Rayman Legends, or Rayman from Rayman Legends. And, you know, Rayman is one of the characters that's probably the most asked for out of all the characters to be in Smash. People have been wanting this character for a long time. He was very heavily requested on that, like, forum that people could fill out for what character they want most in Smash. And people just really want Rayman in the game. He would fit with the characters that are in the game. The moveset I feel like wouldn't be too hard to make. And he kind of fits the like art style of Smash as well. So I think it only makes sense. The only thing is, with each passing year they don't put him in the game, less and less people know who he is. So I feel like maybe if they put him in the game today, a lot of kids who play Smash wouldn't even know Rayman because they haven't put out a game in a long time. So that would be the only concern of it, but I do think it would be really cool to see him in Smash. And now at number 3, we are going to have a character so many people have asked for, and one of the characters from the first game I ever played, which is going to be Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot is like, it's honestly crazy they haven't put him in yet. I really thought he was going to be the last DLC fighter in Smash, and I know so many people were happy it was Sora. I'm going to be honest, I was heartbroken. I was like borderline crying watching that release trailer. You know, I was with Coney. If you ever saw Coney watch that trailer.
No! No! We lost! Mario, why did you do this? Mario, why did you do this?
That was my reaction, you know? But yeah, Crash Bandicoot would be so good in Smash. He would fit right in with Mario, with Sonic. He would represent that, you know, old school PlayStation character, like the rival to those two. And it's like the moveset would be so easy to make. So many people have made like modded characters of Crash Bandicoot, or you know, just alternate versions of the game that have Crash. And I think really, I'm almost certain he'll be in the next game. If he's not in the next game, I'm gonna disappear from this planet. Like, I don't know what I'll do. Okay, now at number 2, we have Waluigi. Now, Waluigi was probably the most requested character for Smash Ultimate, and it just didn't happen. And that was really sad. Like, I remember I thought maybe if enough of us in the community said we want Waluigi, like, he would come to the game. And he just never came. And I don't know why. Like, it makes sense. Like, they have Wario, Luigi, Mario, but not Waluigi? Why is that? I don't know. They've got Daisy, Peach, like, they pretty much have all the Mario characters, but they just hate Waluigi. I mean, for goodness sakes, they put Piranha Plant in the game before Waluigi. Like, at this rate, they're gonna put Goomba in the game before Waluigi. They're gonna put Whack-A-Dingo in the game before Waluigi.
You ride on Yoshi's brother, Yonka-Dingo.
I don't even think they are gonna ever put Waluigi in the game. I'm just hoping they do. But I think Sakurai maybe has some sort of vendetta against Waluigi, and he actually hates him vehemently. And he hopes that Waluigi never comes to the game. And as long as he works at Nintendo, he will never allow Waluigi, because Sakurai hates Waluigi. And I don't know why. Now, before I get to number 1, I'm going to really quick mention a couple of honorable mentions. The first of which being Jet from Valorant. I think this could be a pretty cool character, but I don't know how they would implement a character with guns. I don't know if they could really do that, because many of the characters with guns in Smash aren't really guns. They're like laser guns. The closest thing is like Joker, but even his is like a pretend gun that he only, you know, uses in his mind, you know? So I don't know exactly if they could bring a character like that. And another honorable mention is going to be an Overwatch character, whether that be Tracer or Winston. And I think there was really a moment for it where they could have done it, but I don't think it will happen anymore because Overwatch is so far past its prime. I don't think anybody really cares anymore, you know? I don't know if they would put it because it's like, they kind of do things based on what's happening culturally at the time, and nobody, you know, Overwatch is not nearly as big as it was back in the day. Another one is going to be Jonesy from Fortnite, and again, this just I don't think would work because of the guns thing. I don't see how they could put Jonesy in the game without having guns, and I don't see how they could put guns in the game without raising the game's rating. So I don't think they're going to do either of those things. Without further ado, let's get straight into number 1, which is going to be Goku. No, I'm just kidding. I wish they would put Goku, but he's not from a video game, so I don't think they will. But let's go into actual number 1, which is going to be Master Chief. Now, it's pretty much guaranteed. Like, again, it is the guns thing that I talked about earlier, but they'll find some way to do it. Like, and people are gonna still be shocked about it, which is crazy. I'm gonna watch it live probably and still be shocked about it. But I'm so certain they're gonna do it. Like, it's so guaranteed at this point that they're gonna put Master Chief in the next Smash. And I'm excited for it, to be honest. But yeah, Master Chief is one of the most iconic characters in video games, probably the most iconic, you know, Xbox character ever made. And it's like I don't know how he would work in Smash necessarily. I feel like he would probably be somewhat similar to maybe Snake or something like that. But yeah, they put Snake in Smash, and Snake's from a violent game. So they could do it with Master Chief, and they would do it because he's just so iconic. Like, it only makes sense for Master Chief to be in Smash. I can already see, you know how they had Sora shaking hands with Mario? I can already see, like, Master Chief, you know, shaking hands with Cloud or something. I don't know. But, like, they're going to put him in the game. He's going to maybe be the last DLC fighter or something. It'll be insane. And, yeah. be sure to let me know what characters you guys want in the next Smash game, because I'm super curious. I don't know if you guys saw the news, but Sakurai actually announced that every single video that's come out on his channel for the past 2 years was pre-recorded, and he's been working on a game this whole time. What could it be? Like, we all know it's the next Smash, bro. And the next Switch has already been, like, semi-leaked. So it's like, the next Smash is coming, bro. And I'm just so excited for it. So, yes, please tell me what characters you guys want in the next game. And be sure to like and subscribe. And see ya.
I can't believe he's actually going for it. The Waluigi Slamboni technique.
And that's why you'll never be in Smash.